Master Repair, the most valuable tool in your shop. Since 1983, Master Repair has provided a complete solution to give every repair shop the advantage of managing, controlling, and tracking every aspect of their business. We help our clients maximize time, inventory, and profit with one goal in mind: to help our customers succeed, build their business, and ultimately grow. Our product is a service writing tool. It can generate your repair orders, print and store unlimited estimates, convert those estimates to repair orders and invoices, as well as track service history and recommended services. Additional features include inventory, canned jobs, marketing and reports, counter sales, and internal accounts receivable. We have integration partners such as 360 Payment Solutions, Carfax, Intuit, and QuickBooks, as well as WorldPack Speed Dial for parts ordering. All these things make Master Repair the choice for you. Welcome to the Master Repair security screen. You can either set up station or user numbers based on your employees in your business, and then you can also set them up individual passwords. This is really helpful if you're needing to actually set up security safer in the parts department. You don't want them accessing any critical data or reports on the back end of your system. So, moving forward, once you've logged into the system, you're going to have 4 different options. 1, auto repair. 2, tire store. We also have a truck repair option, and then transmission repair. These are all channels and verticals that we sell into here at Master Repair. For this exercise, we're going to use the auto repair guide. This is your main menu screen. Here you're going to view all of your work in progress work orders. It can give you the information on whether they're in a status of diagnostic, no status, on hold, or waiting for parts. This is, of course, everywhere that you can access your work orders, open work orders, and close work orders out and be able to see where you are throughout the day. Up at the top, you have access to utilities. You can also start a new sale. This is your customer base, inventory items, office and reports or back-end reports for sales reports and service history reports, as well as search for customers and vehicles. On the left-hand side, you'll see that our system organizes everything into different groups. One is repair orders, which is this view. Second would be counter tags, which are essentially over-the-counter sales, such as cash sales, parts sales, or maybe you have a convenience store that you're running out of your shop and you would like to do a quick cash sale. Counter tags allows you to do that. We have an estimates section where you can store unlimited estimates. This is actually in history as well, so you can access these estimates and see this as kind of your pipeline for where you're going next. We also have an appointment screen. The appointment screen is really helpful to see kind of what's coming in for the day. With the appointment screen, we have a dispatch screen that allows you to see your work for the day and what you have scheduled coming in. At the bottom of the screen, you'll notice that there's a total hours for the day, so you can see how many hours you have booked for that day and find out where your holes are. Another useful tool is that we have a 6-day view of everything that is coming in for the next 6 days. You can see when, how, what time people are coming in. At the bottom, it gives you a day total. Things you need to know. Everything in blue is a button. This will help when moving through different screens and accessing different areas of the program. The black buttons with the yellow writing will exit out of the current screen or take you back to the previous screen. It's recommended that you always type in caps. This will help for search function, as Master Repair is case sensitive. You can move from field to field by using the tab or enter keys on the keyboard. If a field has the ability to enter more information, such as labor description box or the next field, you must press the tab key. To start a new repair order, estimate, appointment, or counter tag, simply click the New Sale button. You have a lot of options here. 1, you can start a new free estimate, start a new appointment, start a new repair order or work order, or start a quick cash counter sale. For this exercise, I'm going to go ahead and start a new repair order. Once we've clicked on Start a New Repair Order, it gives us many options for searching for our customers in our database. You can search by last name, by customer number, license plate, telephone, VIN number, or unit number. On the right-hand side, if you would like to enter new customer information, simply click the first-time customer and it'll take you directly into the entry field. For this exercise, we're going to go ahead and search. you'll notice that once you've searched for the last name Smith, you have multiple options here on Smith, whether it be Jim or John Smith. Simply click on the customer that you would like to see, and then on the right-hand side, it will display a list of their vehicles. Click on the vehicle and hit Create Sale. You've now populated the customer information. If you need to, you can update information such as email, address, phone number. At the bottom half of the screen, you'll notice that there's actually a lot of information about the vehicle. This is all available on a drop-down list, or you could simply put in the license plate number, click Carfax Quick VIN, and it will actually populate all this information for you. You can also access Carfax service history, as well as use the VIN number to actually populate the vehicle. On the right-hand side, you'll notice there's a Shop Customer Notes. This is a hidden field so that you can actually hide any information that isn't available or you don't want customers to see. At the bottom here, you'll notice that there's a recommended services from labor, and you'll be able to see those recommended services right here on the customer screen. Once you've entered and updated all the customer information, it will take you directly into the labor section. Here you can free type any information that you need to put on the work order. For example, repair and replace front brakes. What's great about this field is this is an open field that you can type anything into. Also, we have a spell checker available to you so that if you need to, you can check and see if the spelling on everything is correct. This field is a completely open field and it enables you to write almost a complete book. We're telling a story, and anytime we sell anything when it comes to auto repair, we need to be able to portray that story in the correct way so that the customer understands what was done to their vehicle. You hit tab and you can choose which employee or which technician is working on the job. You can select an hourly rate. This is really great for when you have fleet service or any kind of special pricing set up for specific customers that you service. We have build hours, so you can type in 1.5 or 2 or 3 hours if you need. We also track sales by job code. This is helpful for you to be able to track the type of work you're doing, whether it be electrical, computer, a lube oil and filter, or specific services that you want to track. This code allows you actually to go in and run reports on the back end that give you sales by job code. As well, you can track sales by department. So if you have multiple departments, such as a part department or a convenience store that you would like to see separate parts or separate departments in, you can track sales by department. Okay. You can also select a group. Grouping is really helpful when it comes to being able to group items by type on the work order. So if you would like to see a view of the front brakes combined with all of the brakes and all the parts included in that, you can see that. Or you can have it separated by labor and parts. We'll go more into that when we get to the invoice section. Another great tool in the labor section is your ability to split the job up. Here I can say Technician A did 1 hour and Technician B did 2 hours. This is really helpful for when you have those really long, painstaking jobs that take a long time and you need to assign multiple technicians. This will track the technician on the technician timesheet so that you can see a full view of what was done to the vehicle and who did it. At the bottom of the screen, there is a section here for recommended services and repair. You can actually type in notes about this particular job, or if you would like to, you can search. Searching enables you to go ahead and click a canned code or recommendation description for a particular job that you wanted to see. This particular field will follow the vehicle throughout its life. So as you edit or delete or add things here, you're able to go into each individual screen. As I said before, anything that's in blue is a clickable link. At the bottom, now I can toggle straight over to the parts section. To add a line, you can click Add a Line, and if you'd like to, you can free typing a part number, such as a 1515 oil filter. If the part is not in the system, you can actually go in and actually add that part manually. You have the option to either add it into your inventory or just type in the part number without adding it into your inventory. You also have the ability to search for specific parts. So if I'm looking for a part that is brake, I can search by description. At the bottom of the screen, it'll bring up all of the brake pads and sets that I have in my system. In here I can double click a part to add it to the work order. I can go through and add specific information, whether there's 2 sets or 1 set. I can also set up the cost of the system, of the product, and do automatic pricing markup. So if my cost on these are $25, if I hit the markup button, it will automatically mark that part up for me on my screen so that I don't have to worry about my pricing not being correct. You can see stock status on this part by clicking Show Stock Status. It gives you the information on the brake pads, how many you have on hand, and who your actual vendor or where that product is on your shelf. In here we also have the link to the World Pack. Link to World Pack will allow you to go into the World Pack catalog, look up a part number based on the VIN number that is stored in your system, and pull it right over to the work order. Those are the options when adding parts. Again, we have groups on the right hand side so that when we do actually print out this work order, it'll show me all of the parts and the labor that are associated with this job. Once you've added the parts and the labor to the screen, you can go out and look at the overview of the entire repair order. There's a lot of options here. One, you can look at the customer and go back to the customer information screen. If you need to go into the labor section, it's here. Parts, any miscellaneous or sublet items, the estimate revision, as well as print anything that you need to print. At the top, it's going to list all the information on the vehicle, the customer name, phone number, and anything that you would need just to really quickly access and talk and speak to the customer. You'll notice everything's listed out and separated by parts and labor. Again, remember, anything blue is a clickable link, so you can go in and out of labor or in and out of parts anytime you need to. It allows you to quickly navigate throughout the repair order. At the bottom right-hand side of the screen, you'll notice all the subtotals. It totals out your labor, your parts, any shop supplies that you may be charging if your state allows you to do so, environmental charges, as well as your tax. So right as you do this repair order and a customer asks me if I needed to do the front brakes on their vehicle, I can immediately give them a total with tax, shop supplies, and any other fees that we may be needing to charge. Again, on the left-hand side, you'll notice that there is a recommended service area as well. Once you've printed the work order, it gives you an array of information. Of course, all the customer information is at the top with the vehicle information, miles, VIN number. Down here you have the description of labor, service, parts, as well as anything that's included, and it gives you a subtotal amount. Over here on the bottom, you'll notice the recommended repairs that are in the system, any estimate revisions that were done on the estimate, and then at the bottom you're going to notice a recap of everything that's been done. You have a full disclaimer section that is completely customizable to service your business and your area, and then of course it breaks down all of the subtotals, any shop supplies, tax, and the total sale. What's really nice about groups as well is that when you want to transfer things over from the actual repair order into a recommended service, you can immediately just type in the number of the group and transfer everything over to a recommended services section. The recommended service section is accessible just by clicking the recommended plus button. In here you'll notice that these are all the things that have been recommended for that vehicle. You can see all just by clicking show all, and it'll give you the parts and the labor that have been recommended for that vehicle. You can set a date time for that particular item to be done, and it will remind you to send out a customer reminder, or you can look these up just to see when things were recommended and how they were done. If you have any integration with any of our marketing partners such as Kukui or Demandforce, you can actually transfer these items right over into their system and they'll automatically be sent out with any kind of flags that we have. To add an item back over to the repair order, simply select the item and transfer it back over to the repair order, and then it will take it right over to the repair order. Recommendation Plus is accessible from the estimate screen or the repair order screen, so you'll always have access to any recommendations that you've given the customer on the vehicle. Once you're complete and you know that you're actually finished with this work order and you're ready to call the customer to either pick up their vehicle or you want to give them a price, look at the lower right hand corner. This is a great option down here. On the right hand side, if it shows in black, that means you've hit your target gross profit. To total out the work order and to go in and invoice this customer and take payment, you can either click on the total blue down at the bottom or the total at the top. Once you're into the total screen, it gives you the opportunity to see your cost and profitability on the work order. Tracking work order profitability is ensuring that you're going to make sure that you're maximizing your profit on every single work order. We all know that if you track and manage your profit on every ticket, you're going to be more profitable. Here you'll notice my total work order profitability is 68%, which is over my target gross profit for each work order. Once I'm done, I can go in and select a specific payment method. If I have integration with one of our partners, such as 360 Payment Solutions, I can swipe the card and it will automatically take the payment and put the bank reference number here. You'll notice the button on the right hand side says Pay Pro, or it will be 360 Payment Solutions. You have the ability to take up to 2 payments on each work order. So if some of this payment was $201 or $101.07, you take one payment in credit and you can take the second payment in cash. It automatically populates the number or the amount due at the bottom. You can open a cash drawer if you have one, or simply click close or open the RO and it will actually invoice this particular RO out. Now you'll notice that the status says closed on the actual repair order. When you exit out to the information screen, you'll notice that this particular work order says finished and it has a Visa payment of $201.07. That shows you what's been closed out for the day, the status has changed, and everything's ready to go. At the end of the day, you need to close out all of your repair orders that have been invoiced. Not only do they go into history, but they also will post on accounts. Simply go to Office and Reports, click End of Day Procedure, and it will bring up this screen. It will list all of the invoices that you have closed out for that day, including anything that you may want to close out as far as estimates or anything along that lines. You can choose a date that you want things to close out on, which today is February 25th, and then go ahead and hit Post All Closed Sales. It's going to ask you, of course, did you back up, right? And it's also going to confirm the date. So you click yes and yes, and it closes out all the repair orders for the particular day. You can run a non-posted tech hours, you can display cash and balance reports, you can also see a report with no posting or sales, and then of course a bank deposit slip for the day. All of this, combined with Master Repair's great support team, can help you maximize and be the most valuable tool in your shop. Call 800-433-0615 and choose option 2 to speak with one of our sales team. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.